Hi guys, welcome back to Garagetech with me, Darren. In this video, I'm just going to show you fitting these GT3 brake air ducts. So this is on my Cayman S, it's 3.4, 2009, so it's the Gen 2, but it should be the same on 997s and obviously on the Boxsters. So I've got obviously the standard brake duct here, and you can quite easily swap it out for the GT3 version. These are cheap as chips. They're £3 or just less than £3 if you get them from your local Porsche retailer. So obviously it's a worthwhile little upgrade, and I've got the GT3 350mm discs and 6-pot calipers on here. So I just want to complete the setup. So just want to kind of show you the difference first off before going to fitting them. So obviously this is the GT3 one, and it fits like that. So initially it actually looks like it might be a little bit smaller. Sorry for the camera angles, trying to film it at the same time. It does initially look like it might be a bit smaller, but actually if you look at the way it's kind of designed, it's got much rounder edges on it at the bottom, and it's got that kind of lip in there as well. And at the top you can see it's got a lot more of a concaved area at the top compared to the standard one, which is just kind of flat. So it's quite flat. Initially I was quite worried about that. Actually it might drop down a bit further on these GT3 ones, and you don't want it hitting curbs, etc. But actually I've got to say, I think actually the GT3 style one here is slightly, only very slightly, by I'd probably say about ½ centimetre, if that, shorter. So although it's got a lot more curvature on it, it is slightly shorter, so I wouldn't have any worries of this hitting curbs, etc. So I'll just show you. I've fitted the one on the other side already. I'm just going to take you around the front here so you can kind of see the difference between the two. So if I'm looking from underneath, you can just see, obviously this is where the air will come in and channel through here and up into the brake ducts, and you see that channel in there. Then compared to this side, we come over, see the GT3 version. You can see it's just kind of curves up and around a lot more than what the standard one does. As I said, my GT3 setup that I've got on the front of my brakes, I've actually got the cutout as well, actually in the backing plate of the carrier for the disc, so obviously to allow the air to go through into there. You can see up on that side compared to that one. So that's kind of the main differences between the two. I'll now take you through fitting them so we can see what it's like. So this is a pretty easy job. It's only going to take you a couple of minutes. Obviously, you know, I've got the car jacked up and I've got the wheel off, so that's going to obviously help things a lot. If you're doing this on the floor without the wheels off, this is going to be rather tricky. I can show you on the GT3 one. I've got the other one off already, but just kind of show you exactly what you kind of need to do. If you get to the back of where these are, I'm just pulling this down a bit, you'll see at the back you've kind of got these clips here, so it will be clipped in at the back like that. So what you need to try and do first is just get underneath at the back, release that. Obviously there's two, one for each side, they'll be both up. Release those two so they're loose, and then actually these are quite flexible when they're actually in place, and this will just twist like that. And that's what you kind of need to do with it. Twist it right out like that, and then it will kind of come out. So let me just put you back up, get you up into here, and sort a bit of light out so you can see. Okay, so if you can just about see in the back here, these are the clips just here, just there, that we need to get off. So it's just at the back there. So I'll just use a screwdriver and get in there and just unclip it. So I'm going to try and put you up somewhere where you can kind of see what I'm doing. It's going to be really difficult for me to try and do this one up with one hand. So I'm just going to hook the camera up here so you can see me release these clips at the back here, just so you can see that part, and then we'll move around to the other bit, and then at the back we've got to release it. So just bear with me, I just need to grab a screwdriver instead of flat blade. So try and keep my arms out the way here. It's a bit tricky, it's going to have to reach around, but let's have a look. So this is where I want to be in here, so I'll probably try and just get under here. So that's one unclipped. I tend to find this one's actually a bit easier over this side because you can actually give it quite a bit of a twist, which helps it. So just got a screwdriver up underneath the bottom. If you could just put a super screwdriver there, let's give it a little tweak. Right, so now that those two bits are released up there at the back, just need to now make sure I can release or unhook these bits in here. So there's a bit there, there's another little bit there. So just be careful of those bits. So again, if you give this a good twist up around this way, to see it starts to come loose. You can just kind of then lift it over. And that's it, so that's it out. So we'll have a look at the two next to each other. Just move you up. So that's the two. This is obviously the right hand side, or the offside as we call it here in the UK. Okay, so now we can fit the new one. So similar sort of thing again. Just thing to bear in mind that you've got a little notch in this lower arm, which is here. Yeah, so that little notch there, that is where this bit sits here. So that bit there sits in there, so that's how you know you're kind of lined up. And then of course it needs to kind of thread in under threading underneath there. So just going to start by twisting it out. Make sure you're flapping that flap under so it's then in the right position at the back. So now I'm nearly there now in the right position, because that's just about in the right place there. And that little notch, so it's good. Just this bit at the back, at the bottom here, just needs to go under. There we go. Lovely, right. So, just going to check at the back now that those bits are roughly in the right position. This one isn't. Right, I'm going to put you up. Happy with that bit now. I'm just going to put you back up over here. That's it. So I just need to try and get these clips back in now. Happy with the other bits. So it's a little bit off focus. So I'm just going to use flat blade up onto here to push that up. I should just about be able to tuck it under. There we go. So this front one's a bit easier, the back one's a bit tougher. You can just about get your hands on it and do it by hand. So once that's there in place, just give a bit of a tug. I'm happy with that. Hard to get your head in here. Just check in, make sure it's all clipped in. All the little plastic bits are in the right place. That's looking beautiful. So it's all in now. I'm just going to check to make sure that all the little tabs, etc., are all in the right place. So it's all in there. Lovely. And the same for underneath the bottom. Up under there. All clipped in. Nice and fine. Secure. You can see now that's venting air right up into, wherever you can see that, okay? Into there. So it's beautiful. So that's it. A nice £6 quick upgrade to some GT3 brake air ducts. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. It might have inspired you to do the same on yours. But as always, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.